voice memos. Episode 87?
Yeah, that's right.
87. Face your fears. We got Bert Ford here with us today. Jacob's over here. He didn't want to be in it because we don't want him in it. No, I'm just kidding. But, so the first thing I was talking about, I was going to bring this up and it makes it even better that Jacob's here. Your brother the other day put something on a story. He was drinking. So he had a video and he was holding a hummingbird feeder. And he said, yo, fuck it, dude. It don't even matter. He started drinking out of the hummingbird feeder. I thought it was so fucking funny. I thought it was so fucking funny.
Jake, you got a wild brother.
He said it tastes pretty good too.
It's
just
water
like
and
sugar
and water. Yeah, I know, but I honestly that's all I got with Jared Duncan. But dude, that shit was fucking hilarious. Shout out to Jared Duncan. I hope you listen, bro.
That guy definitely has some of the most interesting stories I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're like they're so hungry.
Jacob, why aren't you more like your brother?
I don't know.
I'm not sure how you guys are related, to be honest.
We're drinking on the pod. Brett's not, but
Brett's already been drinking.
What have you been doing?
Brett's already hungover and
what you been doing?
not even slept yet. Oh, you know, it's Father Day weekend, so I know I've been hanging out with parents and took the jet skis to the river and rode around, drank some alcohol, and yeah, you know, it's a good time.
Bro. I'm fucking sig.
Sig, we're doing everything on the podcast today. This is a different kind of episode.
It's the first episode. We got the microphone on. Can you see it in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the microphone in here. If you listen to it, you can't see it, but got the microphone in the video. I hope it sounds a lot better. Hope it's not too loud, too soft. I did like 40 fucking test runs on the voice memo trying to.
Yeah, it took forever.
Trying to
took
find
fucking forever to get this
perfect
shit
medium,
going.
and it still probably sounds like ass, but oh well.
A little bit higher quality, yes.
Brett's got some legal weed here he's gonna smoke, so whenever you're ready, you can.
It's not legal. It's illegal.
Illegal weed.
Tell
Call the
cartels.
Love Cartel watches, bro.
I hope they do,
They
honestly.
definitely do watch.
What's up, Cartel?
Everybody watches.
We've been trying to get Brett on for forever. He just didn't want to come on, dude.
You're such a little bitch.
All I got to say is fuck you guys. All right, Sam, so what we got today?
You gonna light it up?
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, Jewel Pods. Dude, do you remember how good life was whenever they had mango Jewel Pods?
Yes, I miss mango Jewel Pods a lot.
Explain to me what their reasoning could possibly be for they're like, okay, let's take away the flavors, and that's gonna make people stop doing it.
It's not people. It's children. They think children do it more because of the flavors.
Too fruity.
But they're stupid because children have been smoking cigarettes since cigarettes were invented.
Smoked cigarettes when I was like 13, dude.
Exactly.
But the thing is, with like the normal vapes, they didn't outlaw all those flavors.
No, they're just Juul.
So I don't understand.
You can go get a Swisher. They got like the rainbow fucking flavors of Swishers.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's just semantics. It's all it is.
I buy kids Swishers all the time.
They're like, oh, it's better now because we don't sell flavors to kids. Come on, what the fuck are you talking about?
You can still buy mango Jewel Pods in some places though.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, where?
It's a good thing I got Google on this bitch.
What, your laptop has Google on it?
You goddamn right it does. I'm pretty sure you can because I thought there was one point in time I told somebody, I was like, dude, mango Jewel Pods. Maybe you can order them online. They're right here.
Jewel Pods Mango Nectar.
4-pack.
Nectar.
Maybe they're not like actual.
5%?
Yeah, Jewel. Mango, 5% strength.
Is that what yours?
I wonder if it's a
you get?
legit Jewel product.
What
Yeah,
what
it might not
website is
actually be
this?
Juul.
YourLovePotion.com?
Yeah, see that looks different than a regular Juul pack. Look.
Love your potion.
See, regular Juuls look like this.
Ooh, yeah, no,
They look different.
Oh.
Got a warning.
Oh, wait, there it is.
No,
right
there it
there.
is right there at the front.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that looks the same. Well, fucking order me
Or
some.
some, yeah.
I want to try it, dude.
Dude.
Mango. Oh my god,
They're
mango was the shit.
$22.49 a pack.
Okay, see, these are $14.
Okay.
It'd be worth it though.
They're
For
gonna
fucking
fuck you in
for
the ass,
mango.
but
It'd be worth it.
Each pod offers approximately 200 puffs.
200 puffs per pod. Do you think that's
Is that what
accurate?
those are?
I mean, maybe.
Put a number on it.
Yeah, you need to tally
How
your
many
puffs at some
puffs?
point.
Just like a.
I don't know, cause some of them leak a little bit, and some of them don't leak. So like, whenever they don't leak, they last a lot longer. Whenever they do leak, I fucking run through it. So
Why do they leak, you think?
what? I don't know. They just fucking blow.
You
I mean,
blow.
okay.
No.
What's weird is it definitely leaks from the bottom, but when I pull it out, there will be juice like all the way up here, like on the sides of it. So I don't know how
It's
to
soaking
fuck
up in the middle. It probably just goes down and like.
Listen, it could be a strategy by Joel so that people buy more
Oh,
pods.
for sure. That's
I mean,
probably what they probably fuck up like 1 out of every 10.
or just like they make them
It's
leak a
more
little
than
bit
that.
on purpose, just so they're like, all right.
So do you remember back in the day, every pod I had leaked, and then
Yeah.
I went for a while, none of my pods leaked.
But did you
got
change
packs
Juuls
that were,
though?
like,
Did you get new Juul?
fucked.
I got a new Juul. Like I've had like 50. I've got a new one so many times it didn't matter.
You just got
It was
jank
definitely
packs every time.
pods. I don't know. It's interesting that they upped it to 21 now. That you have to be 21 to buy tobacco products.
They did that a while back.
I know, but that's interesting.
Is that just in Arkansas or is that federal?
It's federal.
I think it's a federal thing. Yeah.
Oh, federal.
Nationwide, you gotta be 21.
So
That
what
was
was the
shit.
reasoning for that? Because it's been 18 for a long
It's-
time.
Yeah, it's just so kids. It's less likely that kids can get a hold of them because you got to think we were 18. We were
18,
we
we
were
were in
seniors in
school.
high school.
I got fucking suspended a game for
Yeah.
allegedly somebody seeing me buying Swishers and told Coach Brington.
Allegedly.
And they were like, we saw him buying some fucking Swishers, and nobody saw me smoking them. Nobody saw me doing anything. They're like, you're out of game. Had to sit a fucking game.
How old were you at that point?
18.
It's completely
That's
legal.
bullshit.
Senior in high school.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry
who
for
says
coming
coach
on.
can tell you what you can
It
and
was
can't do
fucking Duncan,
legally?
dude.
See, our coach found some dip for me one time. He just talked to me about it and then gave it back to me. He didn't get suspended at all for it.
He
Yes,
said,
you
Dylan,
forget
why the
afterwards.
fuck you?
No, he
why
was
are
like,
you dipping
how do you get
Grizzly?"
this? And I was like, I'm 18. I fucking buy it from the store.
Like, why are you dipping Grizzly, bro? Take some of this Copenhagen.
That was Copenhagen.
What's the best dip?
Oh, was it Cope?
Copenhagen wintergreen is the best.
Yeah, that's
for
what everybody says.
Mint, bro,
Right.
mint.
Oh, I mean, yeah, mint's pretty good.
Mint
After one
long
game,
cut.
we smoked cigars. You remember that?
Yes.
Coach?
After
So
Gotham.
one time after a game, we got me and Jacob had some cigars, so we went and parked behind this random ass building in town, and somehow we could barely see the road. So I don't know how the fuck a cop saw us, but a cop pulled up in there, and we saw that. So I said, Jacob, put them out, and I like put mine out and threw it like across the parking lot, and Jacob just threw his down on the ground. So the cop comes up, and he's got his flashlight out, and he's fucking looking around. And he's like, why y'all smell like smoke? And we're like, oh, you know, some people were smoking earlier. And he's like, oh, okay, interesting. Why is that cigar right there?
How old were y'all?
16.
Oh, you weren't of legal age yet?
No,
Oh,
we,
okay.
we were younger than that.
You think he would have? You think he wouldn't have fucking done anything? He was like, pull his gun, like, get on the fucking ground, get on the ground. You got cigars.
I don't even know how he saw us back there. We
That
were
was
like,
the first and only time we smoked a cigar.
Really?
we were completely hidden.
Was it like a Swisher? Or was it like a
Yeah.
I think
Cuban?
it was a Swisher, yeah.
So speaking of police, like, have you guys ever had a police encounter that y'all feel like was super inappropriate? You know how some people are like, oh, police are so brutal and this and that. Like, do you think you ever had one of those?
No,
type
I really
encounters?
haven't. But not too long ago, coming home from here, actually, one night, it was like 2 a.m, and I got pulled over because I was going like fucking 82 and a 60 or some shit like that. Reasonable speed for 2 a.m. But so he pulled me over and he's like, "Hey, bro, you're speeding back there." And I was like, "Fuck, man, I'm just trying to get home. I'm tired as fuck, dude. I want to go to bed." He was like, didn't make me do breathalyzer or anything, so he didn't suspect me to be drunk. But I didn't have I was driving Rachel's car, so I didn't have my wallet, so I didn't have my ID with me. He's like, all right, what's your name? Let me go fucking take it down. Went back there. I gave him my name. He went back and he was like, yo, we can't find your name in the system, bro. I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, all right, well, let me give you my address. I was like, let me look and see if I know I got a picture on my phone. Let me see if I can find a picture or something like that.
Could have gave me a social security number.
I did eventually. So I went back and looked, couldn't find my address. I gave him my social, couldn't find me by the social. Actually, I think he ended up finding me by the social. But like this whole ordeal, to make it long story short, about 30 minutes long, he finally comes back and he's like, yo, we got a new dispatcher. She typed in your name wrong. She spelled your name wrong. So whenever she originally typed in like my address or some shit like that, it came back as like, I don't even remember. I wish I could remember the fucking name that came back as, but it was like nowhere near my name, obviously. And he was like looking at me like whenever he first, I don't know if he put his hand on his gun or not, but he was like looking at me real weird, like this motherfucker's like human trafficking. He's got like bricks in the back seat or something like that. Like this is about to go down. I was looking at him, I was like, he's about to kill me. He's about to kill me. But he was really fucking cool about it, thank God. And he was like, I could write you a ticket, but since we had to go through this ordeal, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I was like, thanks, bro. I appreciate it so much. Went on home.
You need to tell the story about the cops pulling up on you at the party that one time.
Which party?
You were at a party and somebody went inside. Remember Dylan Russell went inside and then the cops showed up while you were outside?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we were at, I don't remember who all was with me, but I was driving, Dylan Russell's in the passenger seat, and there was some people in the back seat.
Did you have the white Ford, the white F-150?
White F-150, yep. And so we pulled up to this cabin, and apparently, like, the party was already over. So we get to this party late, and somebody had supposedly already said that the cops were on their way, and that's why nobody, like, the party was dead, everybody was gone. And so we pulled up.
You fucking knew the cops were coming?
They just hung out. They was like, "Hey, what's up?" I don't
I'm
care.
pretty sure Nathan was with us.
Was that not Henry's cabin?
It was a cabin, but I don't know if it was Henry's. Because I remember going to Henry's cabin at one point in time, and I don't think this was Henry's, because this one was like level, and Henry's was kind of down a little bit. But anyway, this was so I'm sitting in my truck driving. Me and Dylan Russell are in the front seat, and everybody's like, we're like, oh man, there's like nobody here. It's like no cars. There's like maybe one or two in the fucking parking lot. So people in the back seat, I'm pretty sure it was like Nathan, Logan, and Jordan. And so they go in, and then me and Dylan are sitting out there and we're like, fuck, dude, what are we gonna do? And we had 2 blunts, so we were just like, fuck it, let's rip these bitches. So we hotboxed my truck basically. We cracked the windows, smoked 2 blunts, and then Dylan's like, all right, man, I'm gonna go inside for a little bit, see what's going on. I was like, all right, dude, I'm just gonna sit out here. I don't really feel like getting out and walking. It's just gonna be too hard. So he goes in. And
you could drive though. We couldn't walk. I'm too drunk to walk. Let's drive.
No, I was just high. I wasn't drunk. I hadn't
okay.
drank anything. And that comes into play here in a second. So the cop pulls up behind us. Somebody pulls up behind me. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. So it's a cop. He pulls up, walks out, walks up to the window, and for some fucking reason, I roll the windows down. He, I guess, doesn't smell the weed or doesn't give a fuck. And he's like, hey man, what's going on here? He was like, I heard. He's like, there's a party going on. That's why I'm here. He's like, y'all been fucking around doing some shit. I was like, I don't know, dude. I hadn't drank nothing. He's like, there's some people that went inside. And so he's like, all right, let me breathalyze you. I was like, all right, you can fucking breathalyze me. I was high off my ass, and he didn't smell it or didn't care, one of the two. And he breathalyzed me. I blew zeros. I was like, thank God. And I was like, how's this guy not smelling the weed? And then so he walks up inside to the cabin. He's like, stay here. He's like, don't go anywhere. I was like, okay. And so he as he's walking to the cabin, I have a video on my phone still. I took a video of myself high as fuck. And I said in the video, I was like, I'm sitting here high as fuck right now. There's cops at this party. Everybody just went inside. I'm still sitting in my truck, and something about like I just smoked weed. I'm so scared right now. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but and then at the end of it, I was like, fear's out. I repeat, fear's out. I closed the video. I'll show you here in a second. It's fucking hilarious. But so he goes in, and I think everybody in there gets MIP. Because everybody else, I'm pretty sure, had alcohol and was drinking. I was the only one.
Sam's outside there legal drugs. Everybody inside
I was
gets
the
trouble.
only one that wasn't. So everybody in there got MIPs. He come out and he was like, hey, you can go. Everybody in there's got to stay. I was like, I can't. It's like, I was like, well, like 5 of those people came with me. Can I take them with me? He was like, no, you got to go home. So I was like, all right, fuck, I guess I'll just go home. So I got to go home. High as fuck. Got to leave.
My first.
I can't believe you didn't get searched. The only time I got pulled over, I got fucking searched.
Yeah, there was weed in my car too.
My initial thought is
Wasn't mine, of course.
How could you possibly smoke that much and the cop not smell it?
I have no idea. I have a picture of Dylan Russell with the blunts in his mouth right before we smoked them. I didn't show him that, but
when I got pulled over when we had been smoking,
Sorry,
the cop told us that he could smell the weed before he got out of his truck.
That's some good shit, dude. That's some good shit.
God.
What happened that time? Tell that story.
Oh, God.
Let's hear your weed story.
So me and one of our old friends, I won't mention it. I won't even mention his fucking
Red boy.
name.
Let's shot real quick.
We're driving. We had fucking.
Cheers.
We were with Brett, and we had been smoking for a while. We had been driving around town smoking, and we ran out of bud. So we came over here, and we got some more. We got some more weed. We rolled it up. We rolled like a blunt and another joint. And I remember looking at the person I was with, and I was like, let's drive out of town, because I thought, you know, we won't get pulled over if we're not in town. So we're driving, and we smoked the blunt, and we throw that out. We light the joint, and I turned down. We're at like Attica, I think is where we were, and we're driving, and I see we're like most of the way done with the joint, and I see headlights behind us, and I'm like, yo, I think that's a cop behind us, so we should probably hurry up and finish that. And he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah.
What made you think that? What did you see?
I just saw lights, and I don't know.
Just
I
paranoid
just had a
as fuck.
feeling.
Exactly. Paranoid as fuck.
I was just paranoid, probably.
Anything was a cop.
Yeah, but anyway, I remember being like, oh shit, we're about to be fucked right now. So anyway, I'm like, hurry up, let's finish it. So we smoked the shit out of it real quick, and I'm like, all right, throw it out. So he throws it out, and within a minute, I see blue lights behind us. I'm like, oh no, here we fucking go. So I start to pull over, and I pull off into this church, and I'm like,
That's
all right.
appropriate.
I'm like, all right, we don't have anything on us.
We gotta
So
pray.
I was like, deny everything. Don't fucking tell them nothing. Pretend like you don't even smell weed. So we pull over, and the cop pulls up behind us, and he gets out, and he comes up to the window. I roll down, and he's like, you know, what's up? What's going on? I'm like, oh, you know, we're just driving around. And he's like, it's 2:30 in the morning on Christmas Eve. What do you do?
You driving around, trying to find Santa.
I was like, oh, yeah, we're just fucking driving around. And so anyway, he's like, all right, man, get out of the car. So I get out of the car, and he's like, listen, man, I'm just gonna be straight with you. I could smell weed before I got out of my truck. So he was like, just be honest with me, and this will go a lot smoother for you. And I was like, all right, I will. And he's like, all right, so have y'all been smoking weed? No. Do you have any weed in the car? No. And he's like, He's like, I could just tell. He was just like, dude, come on, are you really gonna do this? And I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna do this. So anyway, he's like, all right, get back in the car. So I get back in the car, and he pulls the other guy out, and he goes to talk to him. And I couldn't hear this conversation, but afterwards, he told me about it, and he said the cop asked him same questions that I did, and he told him that I hadn't been smoking, but the people, we were at someone's house and they had came out and smoked in my car because it was cold, because it was Christmas Eve. It was like 24 degrees, by the way. While we're fucking outside, it's cold as balls. And so anyway, he gets back in the car and the cop pulls me back out. And he's like, look, your buddy said that y'all been smoking in here. I'm like, God damn it.
He's a liar.
So anyway, and then another cop pulls up. So he's like,
I don't know that guy.
Dylan takes off running.
He's like, we're gonna do a what's that called when they fucking make you do like the shit
Sobriety test?
A sobriety test. Like, we're gonna do a sobriety test. I'm like, all right. And he's like, all right, you see this line right here? Well, yeah, I need you to walk straight down that line. So I'm like, okay. So I start walking. He explains it to me. He's like, do heel to toe, count to 10, turn around, do it again, or turn around and count backwards. I'm like, all right. So I do everything, or I take my first step and I stumble immediately. First thing I did was stumble. But we were at a church parking lot. And the church parking lot was downhill. And I was like, you got me walking like all fucked up.
He looked at me like,
let me go.
I
was like, let me go this way. So he was like, all right, fine, you can go whatever way you want. And so I start walking the other way. And I do it, and he's like, all right, now I want you to stand on one foot and fucking touch your nose or some shit. And so I do that, and I get done, and he's like, listen, man, if you'd been drinking, you'd be going to jail right now. And I was like, but I haven't. And before that, he had even asked, he said, have y'all been drinking that? And I said, no. And he said, okay, I'm not even gonna breathalyze you. And like, he just like didn't even care. But at that point, oh no, he started searching my car. So he goes through my car. He's like, are you sure there's nothing you want to tell me about? Anything in here you want me to know about? And I'm like, no, there's nothing. I'm like, wait a second, actually, there's a pipe in my bag. And he's like, there's a pipe in your bag? And I said, but it's never been smoked out of. And he looked at me like, do you think I'm stupid? But it's true, I just got it. And it had never been smoked out.
No residue, nothing?
No residue, nothing.
Lucky.
So he goes through the whole front of the car, never opened the trunk. I could have had 6 pounds of weed back there, never even opened the trunk. So we're standing out in the cold during all of this, and he said he gets done searching the car, and he comes out and he's like, all right, I found some pieces, whatever you call that, some shake or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I found that in your sunglasses holder, and I was like, no, man, I've been doing a lot of weed eating lately. I said, that's just from weed eating, and he looked at me like I was stupid, and I was like, whatever, dude. But he didn't find anything, and he was like, all right, listen, I can't have you driving home. Can you call somebody? So we called Brett like 100 times. He didn't fucking answer.
Of course.
And finally,
Oh, darn, it was 3 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Darn, fuck Brett.
so I sent a text in our group message, and I'm like, hey, is anybody awake right now and willing to help me? And Grant and Blaine came and picked us up. They were drunk.
They showed up.
They were drunk.
Come on,
Came and picked us up, and when the cops got there, they were like, hey, y'all been drinking or anything tonight? And Grant was like, no, man, I just got back from a mission trip. He had just got back from somewhere from a legit mission trip.
That was fuck.
And he was drunk.
He just left out the part about how he got hammered after that.
Yeah. And he let him fucking drop it down.
What kind of logic
awesome,
is
dude.
this?
I don't know, it was awesome.
I love it.
I didn't go to jail, so that was cool.
Well, yeah.
I bet if they found anything, they probably wouldn't have done anything anyway, but
He probably just called you
it was
idiot.
interesting.
Probably
It's
just
definitely interesting.
called you idiot, told you to go home again. I'm taking a shot, Dylan. You take a shot.
Sure, why not?
That's a interesting story.
I wish you would have been there. You fucking went to bed early that night. You should have been there.
You could have showed up.
I'm glad I got out of that. I can't lie.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It ended up not being a big deal.
Ray would show up high as fuck too.
Yeah, what the hell you want me to do?
Y'all trying to get fucked up.
Hey man, you been smoking? Smoking what?
Smoking what, bro? I don't fucking know. You got any good weed stories?
Do I have any good weed stories? No, I've never had
Any
any
close
issues
calls?
with cops with the
Not
weed.
cops.
Which kind of blows my mind because we smoked a ton of weed on Main Street all the time and nothing ever happened.
No neighbors or nothing?
The people across the street used to sit there and watch us smoke out of the bong. They
They
tell us
did.
we'd come in there on like Saturday night, but hey, we saw y'all smoking that big ass bong.
Yeah, they work at a restaurant over there.
It's just a vase. We're just watering the flowers. Had a close call at the beach one time. I'll tell you another one.
Well,
So this was senior year, I guess. I was at the beach with some people. I don't guess I'm saying any names, but so we were about to get ready to smoke. There was 5 of us in this little car. We were driving down some fucking beach road. There was a girl in the front passenger seat. She had a blunt, and we were getting ready to
Sydney.
burn that bitch down. How did you know?
I fucking know.
We were getting ready to burn that bitch down. And so, I guess they're just pulling anybody over. It was pretty late at night. It was probably 1 o'clock. I guess they're just pulling anybody over that just like looks suspicious. So it's at the beach. It was spring break, so they're looking for any reason to pull anybody over, I guess. So they pull us over, and they said we hadn't started smoking yet, but apparently it smelled like weed in there, is what he said. So he's like, all right, I need everybody to get out. So she's got this blunt with her, and I guess I'll just tell you what she did with it. There's not really a good
Didn't
way
they bring
to bring
dogs
it
at
into
that
the story. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to get out of the car, and she's got the blunt in her hand. So she fakes tying her shoe, slides it in her shoe for a second while we get out. So we get out and we're standing there for a little while, and they bring the dog up. They're like, all right, we're gonna bring the dog up. Dog goes around the car, and what it hits, I guess is what they call it, whenever you smell something, hits on the fucking door I was sitting on, which scared the fuck out of me at first. Barked at the door panel or whatever. So they look through the door a little bit and don't find anything. And okay, so hold on, backtrack. So whenever she reached down and put the blunt in her shoe, she untied it. She untied her shoe, put the blunt in her shoe. So we get out, and while they're doing their little shit search in the car and everything, she goes down to tie her shoe and pulls the blunt out. And as she's tying it, make sure no cops are looking, flings the blunt back through the fence. So it's like off into the woods.
Super
now.
smooth.
Honestly,
Oh my
one of the
God.
smoothest things that has ever happened.
Or is that about Sadie Tillemeyer?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
She's probably got a card anyway. But so
She doesn't give a fuck what we're saying right now.
I hope she listens. But
I hope she listens.
I hope she fucking listens, dude. But if anybody listens, no, Sydney, send this to her. But she'll love the story. She'll probably fucking remember it because it was fucking stressful as hell. But as they're doing their shit, she flings it back, and we're like standing there, we're like, oh fuck, we're going down. Like we're going down, we're done for. And there's some open containers in the car. They find those, they set them on the back and shit. And so she ties her shoe, flings it back there. I'm kind of like watching out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the fuck? What was that? What the fuck she used to do? Like, was that a ninja move? Is that Keanu Reeves over there? And so everything goes down. They're like, hey, we dog hit. We didn't find anything. I guess he just barked at something random. They found the containers. All they did was pour them out. And they're like, I guess because it's like spring break. We're at the beach. People are gonna fuck. We're all underage, by the way. All underage.
Yeah.
Nobody's
They're
over
used to
21.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they dump them out. We get back in the car, and at this point, we were like, they're like, y'all want to go get some more weed and smoke? And I was like, fuck no, I gotta go. We gotta go back. I'm too fucking stressed out. My heart was beating out of my fucking chest. I was like, I'm gonna go to fucking jail tonight. I do not want to go to jail.
In Florida too.
I'm gonna go to jail in Florida. My parents are not gonna come get me. They're
It
gonna
seems
say,
like a terrible place.
they're gonna
to
say,
go to
fuck
jail.
you, stay
Oh
there.
my
I'm gonna
God.
get raped or some shit. So I was like, and the girl driving, it was her car. She's like, it's fucking crazy that the dog hit on that door. She said, because last night I sat in that seat and rolled a blunt. So I was like, oh, that's why I fucking hit.
Probably dropped a little bit.
Which blew my fucking mind because I was like, holy shit, that dog's fucking insane. So if there had been anything in that car anywhere, they would have found it and they would have fucked us. Which I don't know if they would have got us all or if they would have just got the person driving. I'm not sure how that works. You might know how that works?
No idea.
No idea? I don't know either.
No, I think it just depends on how big of a dick the cop is. Because if there's 5 people in the car and one person has a blunt on them, I think they can give everybody a ticket for it.
Really?
I think so.
I always
sure.
thought like if somebody claimed it, then everybody else was clear.
I think it just depends on how big of a dick the cop is.
Yeah.
Honestly,
How many tickets?
but
he
I
wants
think
to
they
ride,
can. I
How
think
far
they
away from
can
that quota
give it
he
to
is?
anybody. Yeah.
I feel like if someone says like, "Hey, that's all mine," then I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta charge it all to them.
Would you
Right?
have claimed it?
Fuck no. Fuck no. This was like before I guess I had been smoking a little bit, but I wasn't like fuck the police. Like I wasn't in that.
So your
mindset
balls
at
hadn't
that
dropped
point.
yet?
No, they were like at that point they were in my throat. Like I was terrified, dude.
Dude, have you ever
I
ate
was
weed?
so afraid. Like in a situation,
Yeah.
or just like for the fuck of it.
No, not for the fuck of it, because of a situation like that.
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, I almost did though.
Oh, okay.
One time.
I've eaten like. Oh,
No, not like that.
What's it called? Scooby snacks is what they
Yeah.
call it. I've had Scooby snacks, but
I think the year after we graduated is when me and Dylan used to drive around like every night and like smoke in Dylan's car while we drove around or whatever. And
bring it on.
You're too high.
I forgot what I was going to
Bring
say.
it halfway to the doobie. Light it back up. You'll remember.
No. I don't know. What were we talking about?
Marijuana.
Oh, eating. He used to ask me. He was like,
Eating the weed, yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, if we get pulled over, would you eat this? And I was
Oh.
like, fuck no.
Yeah, he was like, I'd rather get a ticket. I was like, dude,
I said,
dude,
I'm
we
not
have a gram.
eating that joint.
We have a gram.
I'm not eating that. I'm not doing it.
Would you have eaten it?
Fuck yeah, dude. So one time, me
feel like it'd be
and
so hard to
a
eat
couple
it.
other people were driving. We were driving to Jonesboro to pick up more weed, and we were rolling a blunt at the time. We had someone was rolling the blunt. I was driving, I think, and somebody had a little baggie of it. So I see a cop passes us like the opposite direction, and he turns around real quick, like pulls a Yui like right behind us.
I shit my pants.
So I was like, oh fuck, we're about to get pulled over. So I like grabbed the blunt out of whoever's in the passenger seat, ripped it in half, handed one of the halves to the person in the back, and grabbed the bag and like gave it to the other person. And I was like, all right, y'all get ready. And we were like about to eat it.
Like, get ready for what?
They never turned the blue lights on, so we didn't eat it. But
Were they
so we
willing
just
to eat
wasted
it?
a fucking blunt.
Were they willing? You could smoke 2 pieces.
Everybody, yeah.
Would
Did you not?
Breaking bread.
Did we not? No, I don't think we did. I think we
Oh
rolled them.
man.
Would you? So say you had like 2 grams when you got pulled over. Would you eat it? Is that what your go-to would be? Because I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Well, like if you fling it, I think that's tampering with evidence. So if like they see you fling it out the window, that you can get even more fucked. They'd be like, "Why'd you throw that? Like I wouldn't have even done anything, but now that I've seen you throw it, you're getting a felony." So like
Yeah,
that's the like the iffy part there for me. But I
Don't
know
you
if I
think you
wanna-
could secretly throw it though?
I mean,
Would you throw it at the driver's side or passenger side?
what if I like missed and like bag exploded and just sitting over there in the seat? Like, fuck.
Bag comes
Fuck.
unraveled and it just goes everywhere. All
It hits
over
the window and it's like, yeah.
Fuck, I'm done. I'm getting out of running. No, but I don't know, dude. I definitely, if I was thinking about eating it, I want to have something to drink, like without a doubt.
Yeah, you got something.
Oh, you got to. That's
Which most of
must.
the time, if you get ready to go drive around, you get a drink, right?
You think?
If you're about to get high, you get something to drink for sure.
Dude, I think at this point I probably wouldn't. At this point in my life, I don't think I would eat it. I think I would just be like,
Would you still?
Yeah, dude.
Is that what-
Fuck yeah! I'm not risking that
well,
shit.
you better be with me
Why
whenever
would,
this
why would you
happens.
risk it? Just that's the thing is, why would you risk
So I would
it?
hang out with Dylan, so he'll eat you pulled over.
I'm just gonna fake it one time, see if he'll eat it. I just like I'm
You're
hope.
gonna fake getting pulled over.
Oh shit, dude! Look. I would just hope like the cop would be cool enough to be like, dude, come on, and just like.
See,
take it from
if
me or
I was a
something.
cop, I would be cool enough, but that doesn't mean everybody would be.
I know
So-
there's some
Yeah,
fucking big
that-
cops. Sometimes they're just looking for a reason to write you a ticket. Sometimes they gotta hit their quota. You gotta get so many tickets. To...
Well, you got to think there's just so many different types of people that are cops. You
Mhm.
know, I mean, some people are cool and some people aren't. That applies to every aspect
I think
of life.
My theory on this is 10% of people fucking suck. It doesn't matter if you're talking about luck.
Only 10%.
No, maybe more. Maybe more. I'm talking about like really suck. Like are really like
Define
pieces of shit people.
really suck.
Like I don't know, people that just want to see the world burn. Like they just want to fuck everything up.
They just have a horrible attitude and they just go out
Towards
every day
everything,
just
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
hateful.
Yeah, they just fucking they hate their own life, so they wanna make everybody else hate their life too. And I don't think it matters what you're talking about, profession, religion, race, or anything. I think just there's a certain amount of everybody fucking blows.
Fair.
That's just how it is.
I'd agree.
And that goes with cops or anybody else.
So you're saying 10%.
Do you
Probably
remember,
about
Do you remember
2%.
any of the cops that ever pulled you over, like in Pocahontas? Do you remember who they were?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember any of them either. Pisses me off that I don't.
You know, the thing is, I've never gotten in any trouble with weed, but I've gotten pulled over when I had my Challenger all the time. Got a ticket every time. Didn't matter where I was at, how fast I was going. Didn't matter. Got a ticket every time.
You gotta take on time for doing 4 over.
4 on the interstate, dude. 4 over on the interstate.
What?
Because I
because the
passed
sport-
a state trooper. Like, he was just doing, say the speed limit was 65. I was probably doing 69. He's probably doing 65. And I just literally slowly just eased past him. So I got past, pulled me over, gave me a ticket 4 over.
He's probably like, that motherfucker just flipped me off.
See, I've passed people driving from Jonesboro to Pocahontas or vice versa. I passed cops like once a week for a while. Like I did it all the time. It was no big deal because they'd be doing like low 60s and I'd be doing like
Yeah.
mid 60s and I'd just roll right by them. Never pulled me over once.
You know what makes it worse? It was at like 7 or like 6 something in the morning on like a weekday. I was going to clinic. I had my scrubs on. I was going to clinic in Cersei from Jonesboro. And like literally just trying to go to school, do my shit. And it's like, yeah,
There's
4
6
over
people in
ticket.
front of you that passed him, and then he pulls you over behind all of them.
Some bullshit.
It's just about the car because I've been pulled over
Yeah.
multiple times. Like I think I've been pulled over doing 16 over twice and didn't get a ticket either time.
It's just a heavy dick vibe car, bro. He's just assuming that you're going to be an asshole, so he's already got predisposed in his head, like, I'm going to give this motherfucker a ticket.
Probably.
That, like a Charger, like you get a Super B Charger, the cops are going to be like, fuck that.
What's crazy is now I pass cops all the time in my truck doing like 12, 13,
Yeah.
15 over. Never get pulled over.
Like, oh, that's a respectable man.
It's a truck.
I almost got fucked on my bike one time. I was driving and a cop pulled out behind me, and I was just doing the speed limit like normal, and then I hit the bypass I was going to Jonesboro. I think I was coming to your house actually. And when I hit the bypass, it goes up to 75, and I looked behind me in my mirror, and I couldn't see the cop anymore. So I just gunned it. I think I hit like 115, 117, something like that on the bypass. And I started slowing down, and I slowed down, and I checked my mirror again, and the cop was like behind me. So I started taking the exit, and as I was taking the exit, he was too. Like as I was coming out of the exit, I'm like, oh no, I'm fucked. He never pulled me over. I don't know how he didn't see that, because I was flying.
Popped a wheelie and everything, gave him the bird.
Yeah, popped a wheelie with my finger behind me.
There was one time, I was in like 9th grade, I think. It was me and Jerry, Bryn, and Dan, we were going to the fucking, I don't think we were going to the movie in Jonesboro or some shit
But
like
talk
that.
about that racing. The racing.
No, not my racing.
That story's funny.
I'll tell you that.
That's a pretty good cop interaction too.
But so, oh yeah, that was actually a pretty cool one. But so we're in my grandpa's car, this little fucking red Impala, and I can't remember
Red
why.
Rocket.
Yeah, I can't remember why. Maybe I didn't even have a vehicle yet. Maybe I just had my hardship, or I totaled another car that I had. So maybe that was why I was in like the middle of getting.
You totaled the Red Rocket.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
Mazda.
I totaled. Yeah. I T-boned
You
somebody.
totaled the Red Rocket.
No ticket from that
Oh
either.
my
It
god,
was crazy.
I remember
But,
that little
but-
part.
So I was like, hey, I want to go to Jonesboro. And my grandma was like, all right, you can borrow my fucking car. So we take his car and
Which
this is-
grandpa was it, Gerald?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're on the way back.
Shout out
and-
Gerald.
Shout out to Gerald. Listen to this. I hope he listens. But we're on the way back, and so I was like, man, this thing's got some get up. I was like, hey, y'all, watch this. Hit fucking like 120 on the strip over there by the railroad tracks coming back from Jonesboro. I don't know what the fucking road's called, but it's the interstate
Right there in
highway
Orange
over
County.
there. Yeah. And so I hit 120 and didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh shit, dude, I just got going so fast. Get all the way home, nothing happens. You know, a couple weeks later, my grandpa comes up to me and he was like, hey, you remember when you took my car the other weekend? Went to Jonesboro? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, yeah, state trooper came up to me the other day and he said, Gerald, I almost pulled you over the other night, but noticed it was your license plate, so I figured you were zooming around somewhere to go to a funeral or something like that, so I didn't pull you over. And he was like, that was my grandson driving, so you probably should have. He was like, oh shit. So I guess at some point in time I passed the fucking trooper and didn't even realize it, going like 115 and got my ass saved, I guess, for Gerald saved my life.
Shout out Gerald.
Shout out Gerald. Dude.
Unintentionally, he was like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have. You should have pulled him
Yeah,
over.
no shit, you should have fucked that kid up. But then, so I had my Ford. This is when I get my drag racing ticket. So I'm coming back from Jonesboro one night, and I'm pretty sure this is like 10th grade. So I'm
This was
I'm like
10th
16.
grade?
Yeah. This
Oh
is like 10th
my
grade.
God,
I'm like
I didn't realize
16.
we were that young in this
I'm like 16 years old, probably. I'm coming back from Jonesboro. It's probably like 10 o'clock at night. And we're on Dan Avenue, the stoplight right over there by Riceland.
Yeah.
Come up to this light, and I was a young fuck, just ready to rock and roll at any point in time. This dude pulls up next to me in a Tahoe, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to fuck this dude up. So for some reason, we race out of the light. I'm not exactly sure why. End up hitting like 85 and a 55.
That's not even that bad.
It was not bad at all.
I mean, it's 30
And
miles an hour.
we're going.
It's enough for the cop to take you to jail if they want.
Well, get to the end of the story here. So we see the cop come in, and I'm like, oh shit. Slow down a little bit. Get down to when he pulls us over. He pulls both of us over, which kind of blew my mind.
So how does that happen?
So he came up behind us, and I think the dude got in front of me, and so what he did was he went around us, and he like cut the dude off a little bit.
There's a 4-lane right there.
Yeah. So he cut the dude off a little bit. That guy got over, and then he just like stayed in the road a little bit, like in front of me, and so I just kind of stopped in the road a little bit, and then he got out and was kind of like, so I was like, oh fuck. So I kind of got over behind the dude too. And so he talks to the dude up in front of me in the Tahoe, and then he comes back to me. He was like, yo, man, I clocked you going 72 and a 55. So I guess I slowed down from like 85 to 72. And I was like, not terrible. But so he was like, he's like, what are you doing right there? And I just fucking straight up told him, I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. I guess I was just racing that dude, I guess. Straight up fucking told him, because I was like, I ain't got no balls. I ain't about to lie to this guy. So I'm sitting there.
I think
I'm
it
like,
takes more balls to just tell him you're racing.
I was like, this is fucking racing this dude. It looked like he wanted to race. And so what proceeds to happen next is the cop's up there talking to this dude for a little bit, and then he gets him out of his car, and he puts him in handcuffs on his car, and then proceeds to put him in the back of his car. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm next. And so the next thing that happens, 2 kids get out of the back of this Tahoe, and they go and they stand behind the car or whatever, and they're just like chilling there for a minute. The cop comes back to me, and he was like, I had to blow a breathalyzer, and I hadn't been drinking anything like that. So he's like, I need you to blow a little bit. The guy up there blew, and he blew over the limit. So he had been drinking, and then
with kids.
drag raced me with his children in the back of the car. So I was like, oh shit, that's not good. So he was like, he's like blowing this. I was like, all right, I'll blow. I blew zeros and everything, and you get to keep the little piece after that. So he's like, here, you can keep this as a souvenir. I was like, fuck you. Put it in my console, whatever. He's like, all right, I'm gonna have to write you a ticket. He's like, I'm just gonna have you go on home. He's like, but slow the fuck down. He's like, I gotta wait here for somebody to come pick these kids up.
Oh my god.
I was like, okay. Shaking fucking crazy, dude. $900 ticket.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
$900 ticket, but 16 years old, had to go pay it, but turned 18, wiped it off my record. So it's not there anymore if you
Can't
go
do that
look.
shit now.
But what an experience it was.
The guy fucked up because he committed 2 crimes at once. That's the problem. You're not ever supposed to commit 2 crimes. Like if you murder somebody, don't murder somebody and speed when you're going to hide
Exactly.
the body. Don't get drunk and drag race. Just do one or the other.
Well, when you get drunk, you want to drag race even more. That's what it was.
That's when you get caught though. You
He's
go to
like,
jail.
he's like,
and you get your kids taken away from you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
fuck.
to him after that, but it probably wasn't anything good.
You should have got his number.
Should have got his number. Hey, bro, we'll do this again later when you get out. We'll run this back.
Yeah, you know what kind of that story kind of reminds me of? It's
You're
kind
probably
of the
He's probably in
Dylan,
jail.
our other friend story. He talked to the other guy first, and he was probably like, "Nah, bro, I don't know. We were just both kind of driving fast, you know."
Yeah.
And then he comes and talks to you, and you're like, "Yeah, we're just drag racing."
He's like, no, he's like, I was just trying to get around him and pass the traffic and everything like that. I was like, no, we were fucking racing, bro. That motherfucker was gonna eat my dust. I'm kind of curious as to what he said to the cop. He probably was like, he's probably like, what truck? What are you talking about? I didn't see another vehicle.
I'm driving right now.
Like, I'm in the passenger seat. This shit's fucking crazy, dude. I've had some pretty crazy experiences, but none of them have ever turned out bad. So, fingers crossed for that. Knock on wood. But that's all I got.
Tap that dick.
You got any good stories, Duncan? Duncan's sitting over here audiencing it up.
No.
None?
No.
Are you serious?
Come on, Jacob.
You're bullshitting.
Think of something. One time I punched Jacob in the face.
How'd that go?
It hurt.
Yeah, but like, is that it?
What happened?
Did he knock you out?
I
Did you
don't
knock him
have any
out?
good stories. I'm not good at telling stories.
You don't gotta be, just talk.
Yeah.
Did you knock him out?
No, I don't think so.
Did he bleed?
I was hammered.
Lose
at
a
this
tooth?
point. He told me the
That why
story.
he's so
To tell
dumb?
you how drunk I was, he told me this story. So he said he handed me a solo cup full of vodka. And he said, if you chug this, you can punch me in the face. So he said I chugged the whole thing, put it upside down on my head to like show him it was empty, and then hit him right in the mouth.
straight up, just cocksuckered him. No blood or nothing though?
I don't remember. Did you
Yeah,
bleed?
my mouth was bleeding for sure.
Teeth? No
Yeah.
teeth? No teeth are gone or
No,
anything
no,
though?
no.
Dylan punches like a pussy.
I hit Nathan one time too.
Why'd
Muhammad
you,
on
what'd you
Nathan.
Nathan for? Shout out to Nathan.
He was calling me. He was drunk, and I was sober this time. I remember this well. And he kept fucking with me. He kept like punching me in the shoulders, like, "Come on, Muhammad Dylan, let's fight. Come on, Muhammad Dylan." He wouldn't quit calling me that. And I was like, Nathan, if you don't stop, if you don't quit fucking with me, I'm gonna hit you in the face. And he kept fucking with me. He kept fucking with me. And I said, Nathan, I'm gonna hit you in the mouth if you don't quit. So he did it again, and I just ran back hit him right in the face. And he fell down on the ground, and he stood back up and looked at me, and he smiled real big. His teeth were all bloody, blood coming out of his mouth.
Good punch, Dylan.
I was like, I fucking told you I was gonna hit you.
Have you ever like boxed him?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should box him.
Oh,
right?
dude, Nathan beat the shit out of me one time. He boxed.
Let's hear it. I want to hear that.
Okay, so the whole story is we were he was dating this girl who was a fat fucking cunt. I hate this girl to this day. So anyway,
For sure.
so she was just a bitch. She was a bitch to Nathan, and it pissed me off. So one night, me and Jacob and Nathan and Grant and Jared, I think, were all there, and I was like, Nathan, this girl is a bitch. Break up with her. And he was like, dude, you better quit calling her a bitch. And I was like, she's a fucking bitch. And I just wouldn't stop. Like, I did it for like hours. And he was like, dude, we gotta box. I'm tired of this. We're either gonna fight with our fists or we're gonna box. I was like, all right, put the gloves on, motherfucker. So we put the gloves on and we start fighting, and we fight for like, I don't know, maybe like a minute or two. Like, I hit him a few times. He hit me a few times. And then he hit me in the nose, and I immediately felt like the blood just go, poof, like it just splattered down my mouth. And he hit me in the nose, and I kind of like covered my nose, like, oh no. And then he hit me in the stomach, and I immediately thought, oh no, I got to shit. So I was like, all right, I'm done. So I ran in the bathroom, and I immediately just pulled my pants out, started shitting immediately.
Probably should have shit your pants.
Like, I didn't even close the door all the way. I just kind of like threw it behind me a little bit. And Grant comes in, he's like, Dylan, bro, are you okay? And I was like, dude, I really had to shit.
He knocked the literal shit out of you.
I was like, I'm fine, but I really had to shit.
That's fucking hilarious. Was there any like pattern to it or anything, or were y'all just like
I don't even know.
just
I have
swinging
no
at
idea.
it?
Jacob watched. You remember that night?
Yeah, I think I have a video of it, actually.
Was there any
No
rhyme
way
or
you
reason
have a
to
video of that.
I hope you do.
Another story about this girl, this particular girl, is I was
Which one?
His girlfriend at the time.
No, but
Fuck off. So we're sitting at the lunch table one day, like we always did. Like we had a big ass group. We sat together every day, and it was like me, and there was a few people around me.
Straight hole.
And Nathan was like 3 or 4 people down, and she was on the other side of him. And I was talking shit about this girl again, like I did it all the time.
For sure.
And I was like, let's call her, I don't know, let's call her
Jenny.
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 Jenny was down there, and I was like, yeah, Jenny is a fucking bitch. And she leaned forward, and I don't even think I knew she was there. And she was like, what'd you just call me? And I said, I called you a fucking bitch. So later that night, I'm at my girlfriend's house, and her mom is on Facebook, I think, scrolling through Facebook, and she's like, oh my god. Jenny's mom said some boy at the lunch table today called her a bitch, and he didn't even get in trouble for it. And I started laughing really hard. And she was like, Dylan, did you call this poor girl a bitch? I said, she is. She's a bitch. All I do is tell her like I see it.
Expect?
So
That's hilarious. You've been posted on Facebook?
Yeah.
She put your name in it?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think she just said.
She just assumed it was fucking you.
I started laughing, and she knew something was up. I started
okay.
laughing when I heard it. She knew something was up then.
That's
That's
fucking
video
good,
where we're
dude.
just like slapping Nathan and turn the lights off.
That was me.
He's fucking blackout.
He was so drunk, we would turn the lights on, slap the fuck out of him, and then go pretend like we were asleep, and he'd wake up and be like, "What the hell
What
is
the hell
that?"
just happened? Dude, fucking Nathan. Shout out Nathan if you're listening. You better be fucking listening,
He's
Nathan.
definitely listening.
You better be fucking listening. You gotta be here for one of these, Nathan. Oh my god!
I told you we were
That
slapping
was
the
a
fuck.
fucking smack!
Yeah, that was
Holy shit!
That was me, I think. I'm pretty sure that was me.
Absolutely lit him up.
I can't believe you
Holy
still have
fuck.
videos like that, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was probably
I have
8 years ago. Jacob, when was that video taken?
Let's see.
It's one of the first videos you have on your phone, dude.
2015.
That's 9 years ago. No, wait. What fucking year are we in? Wait. What year are we
7
in?
years ago.
What year are we in? Dude.
Here's a
How many
video of
shots have I had?
Nathan
Don't take a
and
shot.
Jared.
Alright.
Nathan and
I've
Jared.
been drinking out of this a little more. You probably behind.
No, I've been killing him, dude. The video will tell. I'm just kidding.
Here's a video of me and Nathan.
Really, Sam, anytime that you drink in general, I'm kind of like, holy shit, Sam's drinking.
I'm ready to hammer down.
But recently, you've been drinking more, which is cool.
Yeah.
Let yourself, you know.
This is the best
time.
video
Just gotta live it up, you know.
Live
Life's
it
short.
up, you know.
Trey Hall.
Fucking can't walk.
That's right. Yeah, he literally
That's
couldn't.
not it.
I have a video of I remember Nathan and Parker tried to box one night, and that was the night Parker kept like trying to like, I don't know, it was almost like he kept delaying by like throwing in different things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
me. That
They
was
were
me,
like, all right, we're gonna
Was
do
it with
It
you?
was me and Parker.
It was you and Parker.
He's like, hold on,
And
I
he kept
gotta go over
slipping.
here.
And he kept slipping. He's like, "Oh,
Dude, I was there for that. I remember that.
Yeah.
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 I
He's like,
didn't
"I wanna
box
box
that
you."
much. I was always the instigator.
Y'all
I was
trying to
like,
box
yeah,
tonight?
yeah, fuck you.
You got any boxing gloves?
No, I don't have.
I don't want to
any.
box.
I
but
wonder
one of
if
y'all can box.
I wonder if Grant still has those gloves.
Oh, for sure.
He's got to.
No, wait, no, I actually have
Grant, if
You
you're
have them?
listening,
Yeah.
bring the gloves. Oh, you got the gloves?
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
my own.
You have them here? I'm not boxing, but one of y'all should.
Yeah, I'm not either, but Dylan
Those
Jacob.
Dylan Jacob
those
should.
days were
Not
wild.
boxing. Nasty.
All right, dude, we're 43 minutes in.
This
You
is
got
a
anything
pretty
else?
long one.
Yeah, I got anything else? We voice memoed this shit, so I'm gonna upload it to Anchor.
So is that-
Might have to figure out how to do that.
Is
but-
that a new thing?
Yeah, I've never done that before. But like, it would only let us record up to 30 minutes of audio on the actual Anchor app here. So I looked up the voice memos, and it's just been recording for 43 minutes of
Bro, you didn't talk that much. Tell us the
voice
story.
memos. Red's high as fuck. Look at him.
Yeah, I am high as fuck, and I
He's
just
probably a
been
little hungover, too.
listening
He
and
drank a lot.
commenting. I have drank a lot
Been
today as
riding
well.
jet skis.
My brain cells are low right now.
What happened at the river today? Why don't you tell us about that?
You know, we just rode some jet skis and drank some alcohol, and
Finished the fifth.
yeah, finished fifth, fucked around in the water a little bit, you know,
Was
and
it cold?
no, it was not, and it was hot. So
Water was hot?
No, the weather was hot. The
Oh,
water
yeah,
was cold.
water is
It got
fucking hot.
cool, but
It's
it
probably
felt
like
good.
60 degrees outside right now. Let's go check it out here in a second.
We saw some no shit. We were at the sandbar chilling, and these people pulled up, and they were like, "How are you, Barry Ford?" Like I was fuck, and then they were like, "How are you, Brett Ford?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know who these fucking people are." Turns out it was this guy who used to work for my dad when he farmed, like a long ass time ago, and I haven't seen this guy in probably 10 years. Like it's been forever.
How'd he
Like,
look?
oh, he
Pretty fucking
definitely
good.
looked like he'd been on drugs and shit.
Nice. That's what I'm
But I
talking
think he
about.
was back in the day too. I don't think he's seen anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, some random ass people we knew. That's pretty
You
wild.
see a lot of people you know on the. I feel like every time like I go to the fucking river, there's like undoubtedly I'll at least see like 5 people that I know, just like either driving by or I'll drive by them.
It was pretty busy today, but
It's just small town shit.
that's just small
That's true,
town
yeah.
shit. Anything you do out in public,
It's
you're gonna be
true.
seeing people you know.
Do
Pocahontas,
y'all like
baby.
that or hate it?
There's good things and bad things about it.
I don't like it that much.
I agree. I think I prefer randoms.
Like if I were to see y'all out in public randomly, that would be cool. But the problem is, it's seeing people that I know but don't know well.
the thing
Yeah.
is, you're not ever gonna see us somewhere and not know that we're there.
Exactly.
That never will happen.
It'll never happen. Yeah.
Small talk. If small talk's not your thing, then one of those, then that can
What is the purpose of small talk?
Sucks.
Yeah, what's the purpose
It's
of
so
it?
pointless.
You might as well not do it.
The whole, hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
What you
It's
been up to? How's
such
the
fucking
weather?
horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. I swear to God, when I see
hate
anybody I relatively know, the first thought in my mind is ask them how they are.
When someone
How are you?
looks at me and goes, "Hey, how are you?" I want to go, "No," and just walk away. I just want to walk away. Fuck you. I just want to go, "Fuck you."
I always hit them with it. I'll just be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then I'll turn away before they have time to like say anything else. Before they have time to think, "Hey, how are you? What have you been up to?" I'm just going. I don't really mind small talk, but
I fucking
It feels like a waste of time.
It
honestly.
is. It's a complete waste of time.
unless.
Like
No, it
I
is
want to
waste
go
of
up to
time.
somebody that I
Can't
knew
do
in
that
like
unless.
junior high and ask them about like abortion or something.
Let's
Let's talk about something interesting. We're gonna talk. Let's talk about something interesting.
Hey, how are you? What do you think about abortion? Like, what? I haven't seen you in 8 years. What are you talking about?
It's just the whole small talk thing is just boring.
Yeah.
We talk about something interesting. That would be cool. But
I agree. Yeah, well, I mean, shit. Don't fucking small talk. If you're listening to this, don't fucking small talk us.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck that small talk, bro.
Don't come up to me in public.
Bring me
Fuck off.
something interesting. You better talk about aliens or get the fuck out of my face.
That's something you want to talk about is fucking aliens.
Oh my
We've been
God,
talking about that for like
yeah.
a year. You want to talk about aliens with us?
Yeah, aliens, real quick.
Real quick.
What do y'all think about aliens?
Gotta be. No doubt about it.
Okay, you think they're for sure aliens?
Yeah, but I am
I
stuttering. I don't think that.
Hey, y'all gotta be quiet over there. You're supposed to be an
we'll
audience.
have any like
You're
potential.
not supposed to participate.
Bring
They're
it
not even
on.
participating. They're talking over to the side.
I wonder if you can hear them. I wonder if the ambiance is
Whisper
too
to
loud.
each other or some shit.
I wonder if the ambiance is working. But I honestly don't think that there would be like any potential for like interaction.
So you don't think they've been in our atmosphere?
If they have been sure to not be seen. Because like if they're able to come here, then they're able to like pop in and pop out.
I feel like there's a couple examples where it seems like they have been seen, though. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
How do you know for sure that's not human technology?
at the
though?
same time, yeah, it could be just like advanced
I
human technology.
don't
or-
know for sure.
Or
Yeah,
it could,
I'm just saying there's definitely some
the
times
question
where
is
it's kind
there.
of like
The question is there for sure.
The most damning evidence is for sure the Tic Tac video. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about when I say
David
Tic Tac?
Fravor,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I don't know what
That was like
Tic Tac
years
video.
ago.
He was a Marine pilot, and they were off the coast of San Diego, and they were like, someone called over the radio, and they were doing like test runs kind of thing, and and someone called the radio, and they were like, hey, we've been spotting these things on the radar, y'all need to go check it out. So they go check it out, and they see it with their own eyes. Not only was it like on radar, they actually saw it, and they said that they like circled around it, and they said it was like by the ocean, like down on the water, and they said it like went up to them and started like following them around, and then it went back down to the water, and then it like went into the water, and then all of a sudden it just like fucking flew off.
Under the water?
I know, it was like,
Oh, it came out of the water and
I
flew
think
off.
so. I could be telling that wrong.
But is there a video of it?
There's a video of the radar of it, but not of them. Like that, they weren't like didn't have a phone
Yeah.
or anything.
But supposedly
But
this
it's
guy's
on-
a real reputable source.
He was a Marine pilot. He was a
And so you think that's the most like solid?
yeah. That's
What
the
about
most-
the wreck at Roswell or
Roswell, New Mexico? I mean,
Yes.
that happened in the '60s, bro. Like that's so long ago.
I know
think
exactly.
it-
So I feel like it would be even more likely for some crazy technology to exist because it's in the 60s. You know
I'm
what
sure
saying?
crazy technology exists, but it
the
just is a
60s?
matter of like maybe. Well, I feel like that I've heard something before, like the technology that we have now, they had 20 years ago, just didn't release it to the public. So like technology that will be released to us in 2040, they have now.
But supposedly what I heard about Roswell is that there's farmers who found the wreck on his land.
Yeah, it was in the middle. Of
And
Shut
supposedly
the
he
fuck
was
up.
saying that it was like made out of a material he's never seen. Like it was like super strong but super light. And it was just like some shit he like obviously had never seen before.
He said it was like stuff that he said it was like easy to pick up, but you couldn't bend it at all.
Yeah.
It was like thin metal, but like he said it was like foil, but like you couldn't bend it. Like as much as he tried, he couldn't bend
Is
it.
that like titanium though? Maybe they have titanium.
I don't know, but
Titanium's heavy.
this is what's funny about it is he obviously reports it.
Yeah.
And the authorities come and start claiming situation, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, no, it was just like a weather balloon." That's what he starts saying after that.
That's what everybody.
They're
That's
like,
what
we're gonna
No,
give
that's
you
what everybody starts saying.
$3
But that's also what he starts saying. But you know damn well he knew that shit was not
Oh,
a
yeah.
weather balloon. But they were just like, "This is what you're gonna fucking say."
They either threatened his life or gave him enough money to shut him up.
Exactly.
One or two.
Well, I'm saying is, obviously if they're trying to hide something or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're hiding something. I don't know what, but
I don't even think they're really hiding it. They've released several videos now of like radars
but they're
from
not
like
gonna tell us
pilots and
everything.
shit.
Though, I don't feel
The
like.
U.S. government they've even said that they've found things that they don't know about, like that aren't, as far as they know, aren't human made, right?
Wouldn't be made on this planet
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
potentially.
They've said that, right?
I think so.
I think they have. I think they've said that. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do our research, and on the next one we're gonna have to bring up the actual documents.
The thing, my thing is it's just the scale of the universe. It's so hard when you think about how fucking big everything is. It's hard to believe that not only do they exist, it's about time too. So it's so big that they would basically have to be here instantaneously. Like they'd have to teleport basically because it's so far apart. It takes light, Brett. It takes.
Oh, I get it.
100,000 years just to cross our galaxy. Our galaxy. We're not even talking about.
No, they've got to be traveling insanely fast.
Travels 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second.
They have to be traveling faster than the speed of light because if there were aliens on the other side of our galaxy, if they were traveling the speed of light, which is impossible, it would take them.
Theoretically.
It would take them. No, it's impossible. Anything that has mass can't travel the speed of light. It's simple as that.
So how do they do it then?
I don't know. That's the thing. But if they were in our galaxy, it could take them up to 70. If they were all the way on the other side, it would take them 70,000 years to get to us. Think about that.
Michio Kaku, you know, the astrophysicist dude. You ever heard of him?
He's been on Rogan a few times.
He was on Rogan like
he's got
3 or
long
4
white hair.
episodes
Right?
ago. Yep.
Yeah.
He said that the amount of planets, like there's so many. What are they fucking called? They're Earth-like planets. I can't remember what they're called. Earth-like planets is what I'll call them. There's a name for it though. But he said the amount of
exoplanets. Is that what they call them?
exoplanets maybe.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't know.
Fuck it, doesn't matter. People don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but he said that the amount of like solar systems and the amount of galaxies that contain stars that have planets around them is there's like so many of them that the percentage that there would be intelligent life to have evolved in there is like basically 100%. Like there's so many. Like it's statistically at 100%.
You have to add the time variable though too.
That's true.
It could have been. See, there could be intelligent life. There could have been intelligent life on Mars 600 million years ago. We wouldn't fucking know.
There could have been intelligent life here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
we wouldn't
couple
know.
Fucking I don't know how long ago, a billion years ago, some shit like that. But
We
destroyed
wouldn't know.
themselves. That we would go through the process. Is probably what we do. We're gonna nuke ourselves. Everything's gonna go away. We're gonna go back to cavemen. And then we're gonna evolve all the way up to where we get nukes. We're gonna nuke ourselves. Go back to cavemen. Evolve all the way up to where we get nukes. It's just gonna never end cycle.
The thing is, even if we don't do that, eventually the climate is actually going to change where it's going to be unlivable here for us, and that will happen eventually.
The sun will
there's no doubt
engulfs the world in a couple billion years.
I mean, maybe not though. I mean, we humans lived through an ice age like 10,000 years ago.
Well, yeah, but the sun is going to blow up at some point. And
Yeah, but
expand
that's going to be in billions of years though.
Well, I know, but if we never leave the planet,
I'm thinking
we'll still be here.
I'm thinking before that actually happens though,
We don't
like
kill ourselves.
the climate becomes unlivable, like we do some dumb shit like kill our ocean and like fucks our
Or we
airs and shit.
we evolve to live underground. You ever hear about the underground oceans?
No.
There's supposedly underground oceans that are like as big, if not bigger, than the ocean.
What do you mean supposedly? Do we know it or we don't?
I've never been there.
So people say that there is for sure though. Like,
That doesn't make sense because
It's like caverns in the earth.
all land mass is just basically like mountains that come out of the ocean. That's all land mass is. It's all the same. Like whether you're talking about a little bitty island or all of North America, it's all the same. It's just one big island. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So why would there be an ocean under that land?
Well,
That
like,
doesn't make any sense.
well, fuck, I don't know, Dylan. I'm not a geologist.
You know what I'm saying though?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that. Well, like, so like from the center though, there's not like solid. At some point, it gets solid, like as you come out from the center of the Earth, and
Earth's
then
crust.
and then it would be. So maybe there's like a cavern in the solidness of the Earth as it it goes around this,
But bigger?
this ocean.
You think it's bigger than the Pacific Ocean?
Fuck, if it maybe like not like bigger, but like deeper or something, more mass. Maybe there's like more.
I bet it'd
more
be really
water.
hot because it'd be closer to the center of Earth.
It might be. I don't know.
Center of Earth's really fucking hot. You know that?
You know, once you get closer to the
Probably
core,
so.
it's like lava, basically.
Yeah, like I feel like the water is pretty warm.
For volcanoes,
I don't know if that's relevant, but seems like it makes sense.
might be like a hot
Those
tub.
oceans you're talking
Dude,
about are like
I
oceans
think
of
volcanoes
lava.
are gonna fuck us up. If
Yellowstone, baby.
If Yellowstone erupts, and we're in a good time period. I watched a video about it the other day, and it's like
I did a video on it.
the last 4 times. Yeah, you did it, but I wasn't there for this one.
Piece of shit.
I know. It was like 4 times. It's erupted like 3 times that we know of. One was like 2 million years ago. One was like 1.2 million years ago. One was like 800,000 years ago. So we're like getting pretty close.
Pretty
to,
sure
like,
we're overdue for one.
Yeah, something like that. Like I think they said the last one was 600 and something thousand years ago, and so and the one time before that was like 600 and something thousand years ago.
I'm trying to die
So-
immediately if that happens. I don't want to fucking.
See, we're in a bad spot for that. is because everything within like Yellowstone is going to be completely obliterated.
Yeah.
With the national, you know how big that is?
Yeah.
The national park is.
We've been there.
It's,
It's
like
fucking
the
huge.
whole thing is like
We've
a
been
volcano.
Yeah, and the whole thing is a volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that erupts, that whole part is just going to be like completely leveled. It's going to be gone. And then like I saw it showed like a radius. It was like this part's going to be completely leveled. This part's going to be really fucked. This part's going to be kind of fucked. And we're in like the kind of fucked zone. So
It's gonna fucking the ash will cover.
basically,
the
we're going to
atmosphere.
die of starvation, which is
Send it to
good.
Oh, cock. Let's see if I can get it. This is gonna be tough. Look at my voice memo. I wonder if it's gonna let me upload that big of a
Just
voice
lean it
memo.
forward against the rail
Yeah,
right
lean it
there.
forward, lean it
Yeah, lean it forward. How you doing?
Oh damn!
Come
Nice,
on,
bro.
let's go.
Nice.
I think
Alright.
this looks good.
56 minutes. Probably a little bit less on the video, but good video. Hat. Make sure you go cop one. Plugs, obviously. Like the fucking video. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your fucking. Watch it while you take a shit.
Gilfs love the podcast.
Gilfs love the podcast.
Same.
I get fucking emails all the time, dude. Gilfs just,
Trying to
what's
fuck.
up? Trying to fuck.
You got a girlfriend though, you can't. But I take advantage of it. So hit your grandma's up.
Dylan's all about the Gilf life. They're turning the frogs gay.
Shout out Alex Jones.
Episode 87. Come back, please. We need you. We need it badly. All right, we're out of here.